Download the BCSN Plus app today. Local sports all the time. Visit bcsnnation.com for details. Discounts may apply.
How was your vision for this team when you were hired shown tonight?
I think when we came in, the baseball culture at Anthony Wayne has always been a good one. It's been a strong baseball community for a long time, starting with our junior generals program. And Russ Acino, now the president of that, does a great job. And we have a lot of people invested in it. So these kids have come up through our program, a lot of them, and we've developed them. And so, although none of our kids on our team right now played for Coach Nell, who was the coach before me. He was influential in starting that program and getting those kids up. So it's just kind of been a pipeline of kids coming through, which with the importance of travel ball these days and so many club options for these kids, to have a strong youth program in our community really pays dividends. So I give a lot of credit to those guys for that. But no, it wasn't a lot of difference in the baseball. The baseball is the same. A lot of the signs and even, the signs a lot of times I'm guessing are probably the same, and it might be the same across at other schools too. What we really, really put emphasis on was developing a culture that we felt was a winning culture. And I got a compliment. I mentioned this earlier to somebody that, someone made a compliment to me and just said the difference with Anthony Wayne is those kids will run through a wall for those coaches. And that really hit home to me because I feel like I would do that for them too. And that's the culture we were looking for, of we will do anything for one another, not just for ourselves. And that's what you saw tonight, I think. And in this tournament run was, if you go back, Cole Biedenharn, walk-off sac fly. Mason Jerwa, base hit, walk-off. Benny Nekar scores. Then, against Walsh, Benny Nekar gets the sac fly. And Caden Rouser, a sophomore on the roster, just a pinch run, he scores. Tonight, Jackson goes out and throws a gem. Last night, so it was just multiple people that were contributing to this accomplishment, and not one of us could have done it alone. And that's the culture. That was the vision, was to be able to build that, and I feel like we did.
And your dear friend, Derek Besgrove, you played high school ball with him. You guys remained best friends throughout. He passed away earlier this year. What would he think of the performance that you and your team put up tonight?
He'd probably be giving me crap about getting two guys thrown out at third right now on those bunts. No, and I'm trying not to get emotional on it. Derek and I, especially as Bryce, his son, started to get a little bit older and get closer to high school, he and I would talk daily, a lot of times just via text. I know I would have had about 100 text messages from him today, one each with a scouting report on every one of the Amherst kids, because that's just who he was, and he would have dug deep and made sure I had what I needed. He would have been one of the first ones to text after the game. I don't know. I miss my buddy, but, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough, but such is life, right? And you got to go on, and I know that he's really proud of us. I know he's really proud of his boy, first team all-district as a freshman. Clay made a state run. Look out for them in the next couple of years. And he had a big part in that and in my life too. So, yeah, I miss him, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's tough to talk about.
How does he give you strength in the biggest game of your life?
Honestly, it was more or less, I had a moment in the hotel room before we left when I was reading all these text messages, and then there was a timeline memory that popped up with Derek's name on it. And so that was like I had a little moment right then. But once I got to the field, it was business as usual, and then Bruce asked me a question after the game, and it was kind of got emotional on that one. It wasn't planning on it, but no, I think that it was just kind of one of them things where, like they say, you take things for granted, and I think that all those text message conversations that he and I would have, I think that now that I was in a position and my guys were in a position, that I know that it would have been I missed those moments. I missed those texts. I don't think I took them for granted, but I would have loved to have a conversation with him prior to the game today, and I would love to be talking to him right now.
What would you tell him?
We won, and a couple other things, but I can't say on camera.